Hey guys, welcome back to another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. I am Green Zero, and we are here on Forgotten Forest. That's right, it's Forgotten Forest between these two teams here. Now, I've been sent this replay because it's R12, and Game Replays are deleting all R12 replays off their website because they're a bit up in arms about not getting their own way when it comes to things, but they need to understand that the community is more important than their own needs. But we're going to leave it at that for the time being, and we're going to jump into the game here because we have Death Sentence. That's right, it's Death Pants, Death Penguin with OneVISION. That's right, NubVision is here. I've told him to stop inviting me into those chats, but he just can't get it through his thick skull. All right, let's get a bit off track there. Spectre and Phoenix, Spectre and Nashington is here as well. We're going to jump straight into this game here, and we're going to go off to the right hand side here, playing as a Scrin faction. It is all random, by the way, so playing as a Scrin faction is OneVISION here, so he is going to be playing as some type of Scrin faction. We'll see what he is in a second. Death Sentence is a GDI faction of some kind. We'll have to wait for his racks to come down. Vision has blessed us with his racks. He's vanilla Scrin, and that means over here playing Nashington. Nashington is going to be orange. Now he's going to be not Hand of Nod. He's going to be Martyr of Kane. I'm all over the place today. Is that a shrine? Nashington has built a shrine. He's obviously going shadow teams, and that means Spectre is over here. He has stealth harvesters, so he can either be Nod, vanilla, or mock. He cannot be black canned. We'll have to wait and see. But as we can see here, look at that. Look at these guys here. Look how tricky they are. They're trying to cut off the engineer. They will actually push through here. So OneVISION, and force another draft as well. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to have to draft another tower because they've already got quite a number of scouts here. One did die. More were drafted. Full squad is here. And look at all the squads. They've got a lot of squads. They have a lot of squads. OneVISION. Oh, you got to put the power plant down. Oh, no. Oh, he got it cancelled. It's cancelled. Oh, my God. OneVISION. NubVision. Too slow. His war factory was cancelled. That is massive. That is huge. If you can cancel a war factory, that is staggeringly good. If you can't cancel it, you know, it's not that great in a 2v2. And here comes the tower. He might have to take off. He will take off. One of his squads takes a bit of a hit. The Pitbull will not be able to destroy them, but he will chase them down now. And here comes the Mock squad, and they're going to provide cover. The Mock squad will actually be able to destroy the Pitbull. You can see there, full squad actually doing quite a bit of damage. He does juke out the EMP blast, so he misses him. So unfortunately, Nash is not able to stop it, but he's now lost track of the shadow teams. They are actually escaping. And here we go, bikes from Spectre coming in, and he's got 3 EMPs. Actually, EMPs the spike. I probably would have saved it for hitting the base because Vision only has a single harvester, and he's under attack. Death Sentence is going to have to do something about this pretty quick. Smart. He EMPs the buzzer hive because he kind of has to, otherwise he's going to lose his squads. OneVISION only has 1 harvester, and he's just about to lose it as well. Good micro around the war factory there. Death Sentence not responding at all. He did not send any help for his mate at all, so that's a bit rough there, considering he's very heavily down. He might lose one of his own harvesters. That tower is not in a good position. He will destroy one of the bikes. He's going to lose his own harvester. Wow, look at that. He may just be able to save it. No, he loses it. So a couple of bikes, I believe it was 4 bikes, took out 2 harvesters there, and even one of the bikes is going to get away. They actually take out the Pitbull. So Spectre and Nash on point. I'm not sure where the shadow team is. We'll take the health bars off, not necessary to keep them on for a VOD. It looks much prettier without them. I do play them with them on in game because it's more important, but for a VOD we like to see what's going on here. Squad gets killed over here. Now it's interesting to note Spectre, of course, because he built a lot of bikes. He's actually got 4 harvesters, which is a really bad ratio, by the way, but I think he's about to drop his 2nd ref, so it might not matter yet. It doesn't matter. He's actually going to go for blue Tiberium with his 4th harvester there. 5th harvester is now out, but he might want to send some units to defend that because, of course, they have forced out some Seekers and some Pitbulls here from this faction, or from Death Sentence and OneVISION, and they will be able to cut off any harvesters, but they're not aware of it. Beacon goes down there by Phoenix. It's just those guys taking the garrison. Not sure where the shadow teams are. OneVISION's done a pretty good job here to get 4 harvesters back so quickly. That's a pretty good effort. Death Sentence is still missing 1 from his ratio over here. Only 4 harvesters. Is making his way to his expansion, so he's trying to build up there. We have a look at Nashington. Nashington has 5 and 2, so he's pretty set. We've got 5 harvesters here now from Spectre, and his other one is down here, of course, taking Tiberium. Beacon down here, and he's like, hang on a second, these guys are actually attacking. There's a few Pitbulls there, but there's a couple of Scorpion tanks. That bike is probably going to be history. Oh my God, that was pretty good micro by Spectre. I'm not sure if that was just luck or what, but that one bike there is still alive. He's getting repairs. I think he's going to go down now. He will go down now, but these 2 Pitbulls here will escape. Probably could have pulled that one back. Not necessary, I don't think. Seeker tank is there. Harvester is still collecting blue Tiberium. He's out of danger at the moment. Look at that. That Pitbull just fired its weapon while it was EMP'd. Did you guys see that? Did it just fire it beforehand? I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but he's going to lose them nonetheless. and a lot of mock squads sitting around with their EMP blast makes them so valuable, the EMP blast here, especially in 1.02 plus where it's not bugged. In 1.02, or when you draft it at least, you couldn't, it would just bug out. So that has been repaired from drafting. But we'll have to have a look. Is my recording not working? Let me just have a look here. Alright, cool. So I think I had to use instant replay then because my recording wasn't running. So luckily instant replay records 20 minutes of footage, and now I've set the recording manually. So there might be a little bit of jump in the video there, but don't worry. Everything is still on point. We've got battle markers raging. I don't even know what happened to the shadow teams. It's probably safe to assume they were killed by something. I'm not 100% sure what actually happened to them, but Spectre does have some bikes up here. There's some battle markers over here, nothing serious. Nash has double double refinery. Spectre getting trapped somewhat in the corner, but he will be able to move down, and I mean, he's not going to be able to do any damage, but at least he's getting a good scout off here. He's going to take a swing at this harvester. He's going to be able to damage it. He's not going to be able to destroy it. Battle markers again raging up here. OneVISION is moving out with some units. Spectre just holding tight. Will pick off a pitbull, but now he's somewhat trapped. Could pick off another pitbull. Does get it before it even fires back. Wow, that's a bit of bad luck there from Death Sentence, but now I don't think he's going to get out. He's probably going to lose at least one of these bad boys here. One will go down. It is destroyed. Meanwhile, it's lots of bike buggy. Oh no, the shadow teams are they the same ones? No, he's called in new ones. They have full health, so he's called in new shadow teams. Not sure why he's actually got low. He's actually building. He's producing shadow teams. This could be for some type of cheese, I think. I think this is for some type of cheese here. He's going to try to go and snipe down entire buildings. Now that's something that obviously is very expensive for Nash to do. With a good EMP blast here, that's a fantastic EMP blast. Unfortunately, there's nothing here to actually destroy them, so it's merely just buying some time. But it's an expensive cheese, but if you can pull it off, you can do a lot of damage. It's kind of like cloak beam cannons. It's expensive to do, but if you can do it and you can surprise them, you can absolutely like win the game instantly. So it's really good. Spectre being forced back over here. There is way too much mock forces here. By the way, Spectre is, of course, mock. I probably should have pointed that out already. Battle markers, things are actually speeding up quite a bit. Battle markers are raging. They spot the shadow team, so that's going to be really bad for them. OneVISION is actually spamming Seekers, not even going for any upgrades on them at all. He's not going for shields or anything, so I'm not sure why he spams so many of them. I guess he's worried about the bike buggy. Beacons over here as well. Spectre is moving with the bike buggy, and if he had shields, this would be amazing for him right now, but he doesn't have shields. A lot of the Seeker tanks being destroyed. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, the shadow teams are still moving across, and all the Seekers just being completely cleaned up here. I'm not sure why he didn't try to get shields or anything. He's got a tech center, so could have easily have upgraded it by now. But choosing not to, the shadow teams literally just drew fire. They've really achieved nothing. So Nashington, that's a big loss for him because it got busted. But Spectre, on the other hand, was able to destroy quite a number of units. He's going to evac with some of his bike buggy over here. There's actually infantry over here. Rocket squads, infantry 4 mock, not the most powerful because they are absent and upgraded. They're going to get Tiberium infusion, and the reason why they're absent and upgraded is because they have things like mock squad and lions, which aren't all that crash on. I mean, they're good. They're a good unit. They're just expensive. So if you can get some of them down, there is going to be a bit of a skirmish down here. He will be using the EMP blast to try to lock down these towers, and he's realised, hang on a second, probably not worth continuing to attack into that. He's going to pull back, and that's a good idea because he's going to save a big chunk of these infantry forces, which will come in handy later on. This rifleman squad is going to be utterly destroyed once it makes its way in there. Nash still not doing anything. Again, this expensive, very expensive shadow cheese have achieved nothing, have achieved little to nothing in this game. I'm not sure if they even tried to destroy anything. They're getting a lot of intel off. They can see everything that Death and Vision is doing, and he will click that refinery. But these harvesters here, it is 1.02 plus R12, so all these harvesters, they got really badly damaged, but he was unable to destroy them. So Death Sentence with the War Factory right here is getting all these additional repairs while they're queuing up for the refinery here. Meanwhile, it looks like Phoenix, aka Nashington, is moving in. Spectre is still holding the line at the top, but it's nothing but by buggy from Spectre. That's literally the only units he's built in the whole game is just bike and buggy. He's got a harvester there sitting doing nothing. I'm not sure if he's pulled that off the line or if it's just waiting to dock. Maybe it cleared out a small Tiberium field. But Nash is moving forward now. Vision and Death look somewhat unstable. They could have done a little bit of a better job with this against the factions they were playing. More EMP blasts coming down as well. He's got a few rockets, so fighting at this building is not good for Death Sentence there. And look at that, the EMPs are brutal. It's going to allow these rocket squads to completely clean up. His Spectre was somewhat destroyed though, I believe. No, his bike's going around and his buggies draw fire. The buggies are going to bug out, or not bug out, but leave. A few Seeker teams coming in for a counter-attack. They might be able to destroy some Harvesters. They're really caught those guys out of position. Mechapedes are here from OneVISION. The bikes are moving through the map. Beacons raging off as well. They've got the middle base starting to come up online, but Nash is still pressuring this base here. Meanwhile, they have no response to this with Spectre. He's being forced to pull his Harvesters off the line, so he's not harvesting anything, but he's not losing those Harvesters there. They have been destroyed though. And it looks like Nash, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get in here. He does still have a notable amount of forces left here. The Mechapedes finally clean up all the bikes, and they should be able to come across and help clean up the the rocket squads. And the headshots there, nice target firing. It looks like OneVISION does set them up in that line formation, but it's not going to be enough. Second Mechapede will be destroyed now, but the towers should clean up, the Spectre should clean up. They can one-shot these rocket squads, beaconing over here like crazy, and since he's destroyed most of Spectre's Harvesters and the rest have actually pulled off the line, he's like, you know what, let's go destroy Nash's Harvesters. So this one counterattack, they had no units, they had 0 units down here. OneVISION was able to do an abhorrent amount of damage with them. We've still got these Seeker tanks here, but they will ultimately be destroyed, I think. And these Harvesters need to get back to work. Spectre needs to not forget that they're there. He does have a refinery on the center, so does Nash. Nash is going for a Redeemer. And look at that, Nash has got 4 avatars here as well. Wow, Nash is really powered on a lot of different types of technology, whereas Spectre hasn't even cleaned this field properly as well. That's why he doesn't really have that much. Spectre is suffering in the economy department. He's only built a lot of Bite Buggy this game, and it's not a tremendous amount, but it was a large amount nonetheless. But it looks like now Death Sense is coming up here. Doesn't have EMP grenades. I think that might be from a sold-off tech center or something along those lines here. But that avatar needs to turn around. He doesn't want to fight there. He's going to lose an avatar very, very quickly. The others are being forced to engage. Stealth Tower comes up. Not a good position because you know what? There's nothing blocking it. You want a power plant in the way. Otherwise, these guys can just shoot and destroy it. If there's a power plant in the way, they have to go walk all the way right up to it because they can't actually see through line of sight. Battle markers over here now. A Mechapede is making its way through. It's the only remaining Mechapede. These guys will be firing the head. They will destroy the head, so that Mechapede is cleaned up. That's going to be nice for those guys there, Phoenix and Spectre. Spectre making another move here. That one avatar will actually escape, and he will get some repairs. The Redeemer is out now trying to load it up with the engineers. What's he actually microing? Because Nash is not microing anything that's here right now. What is he microing? He's got an avatar up there as well. Things slowing down just a bit. OneVISION's made a move for the top as well. He has made a move for the top, and he will actually start to put down refineries. Now, Death Sentence can also expand on this if he needs to, and I think he might have to. Death Sentence is holding the line over here. He has a nice army in line formation. Should be able to destroy this infantry, but he's actually going to go for it now. The infantry's moved away from the base defenses, and with the help of the Shadow tanks, and he's got sniper teams as well. See you later. Those infantry got completely destroyed there. Absolutely shattered there. And OneVISION making gains up the top here as well. We have a line coming up. They have 0 upgrades at all. They have absolutely no upgrades. If you can fully upgrade them, they're good, and he will upgrade the legs ability there. Does he have a... Where's his tech center? He is going for charge particle beam by the looks of it. He's going to try to spam these out now. They're a very, very expensive unit, of course. Orcas are here. They're trying to find the Redeemer or destroy Harvesters, but you know this is going to attract AA turrets for sure. Actually, looks like Spectre did lose his... he lost his refinery, so these devastator warships, you can see he's force firing the ground. That's why he was able to destroy it. He knew where it was, so he force fired the ground and was able to destroy it. Meanwhile, more in line down here, fully upgraded now, and you can see they're very quick, and they do a lot of damage to vehicles, of course. He will actually be backing off down there. Yeah, they're so fast. And they have an EMP blast as well, which is ready to go. The Redeemer is here. This is going to be a pretty intense fight. Death can't fight that. There's too much armor there. I'm not sure what these Aligned are doing. They're kind of just rushing forward and getting destroyed. Again, they're $1,300 each, I believe, or $1,200. They're expensive units. They're basically like zone troopers just running around out there. And here come the Orcas down. There's nothing much to stop. Spectre is engaging up there as well. So we've got 2 big engagements happening. The avatars are absolutely undefended, but they need to try to destroy. They're going to try to destroy. No, they're actually going to stop moving completely. I'm not sure what's happening over here. Nash is making a big mess of this. Spectre, on the other hand, is also making a pretty big mess of it. He's not really puncturing this base. He has an MCV, and oh my god, Nash and what do you call it, Spectre. There's reinforcements coming in now, so they should be able to win this fight for sure. But the lack of EMP blasting and the alignment was a pretty bad idea. There's sniper teams here, so he's actually going to lose his Redeemer. That's going to be a big win for OneVISION and Spectre and Death Sentence. It'll slow him down quite a bit. Phase goes off. He wasted his phase though, so that's important. That's going to take a long time to cool back down. We'll be popping buildings over here. Some of the Orcas are still alive. At least 5 or so Orcas are still active. Spectre has pretty much worn himself out. He has a stealthed MCV, but it's being stealthed by this tower over here, which is a good idea. He's going to be able to escape this area now, and these devastator warships unable to do much damage here. He's going to pull them back. They're already full health, so not that important. He's got 3 of them. That one's a veteran. Might want to get it some repairs. He needs to move it a little bit closer to the gravity stabilizer. He's trying to force fire the ground. He needs to organize himself a little bit better. There's orcas over here. We have raider buggies coming in, and these guys being forced to expend their missiles on the raider buggies as well, which is not really what you want to use it for. Nash actually has quite a large army here, so the rockets and the avatar combination. He's even managed to reclaim the Annihilator tripods. He has now reclaimed them. We have the Devastator warships coming over here. The only anti-air is the infantry, and of course the Devastator warships will be able to destroy. There's Venoms here as well. There's Venoms from Spectre. Spectre doesn't have charged particle beams though, so that's going to make those Venoms take quite some time to actually try to focus down these warships here. He's sending quite a few of them, but Nash is pushing on this base here. He needs to pop that racks before any more disintegrator squads can come out. Death Sentence trying to find an entrance here with these orcas as well. Doesn't have hard points, but the Venom's going to come in, and it's like, as soon as he sees these Venoms, he's like, well, I might as well try to suicide kill some of these avatars off. He seems to be switching his targets quite a bit, not destroying the heavily damaged ones, and you know, if he's leaving some of these, one avatar fell, he could have destroyed those two in the red health for sure. Death has got a refinery down here. OneVISION is making gains up the top, but they are falling a bit down here. And there's a wall here, sorry. We've got 2 AA turrets, we've got 3 towers, and there's 3 Devastator warships here as well, able to push everything back. The Venoms obviously don't have really any armor at all, so they will be destroyed very quickly by that front. And Death Sentence will hold the line down here with the help of some of the air units of OneVISION. But OneVISION needs to watch out the Venoms. If they actually come back out here, they could easily take down these Devastator warships, which are pretty well undefended right now. He's got that veteran one there. I believe that's the veteran one from earlier. And he's still rolling a few units, but he's got quite, and here we go, he's located them. He's like, hey, you've got these units right out here. There is a disc mecha here, and the disc mecha will take a while. He hasn't even completely built it yet, but he's losing Devastator warships. These are $2,200 each. He's like losing Juggernauts, and he's lost 3 of them now. He's even probably just he's gonna turn around now. The Rage Gen will come off, but that one disc mecha is being fired at, but he's keeping it pretty healthy. And yeah, the disc mecha very, very powerful. There's actually quite a lot of Venoms there. They could probably just go in, to be honest. And Nash is now going to scare these guys way back to their base. So this game pretty intense here. There's still a decent amount of Tiberium on the map. We can see from the minimap there's especially old fields that's been started to regrow and everything like that. We have a storm column come down. Might just want to destroy that tripod husk. No, not quite being able to destroy it. He will be looking to reclaim that. Meanwhile, Death Sentence is starting to rebuild down here. Has a refinery down here. He has some orcas as well, so they'll prevent Nash from pushing out with his armor. It's the only thing he's got against these avatars right now and these tripods. The disc mech will be destroyed. Not sure what destroyed it. Maybe a rage gen there, but he managed to recover the husk. And there we go. Oh, needs to watch out. There's a line of sitting ducks to those Devastator warships now. But yeah, Nash here is building up quite a force, and because Death Sentence split his fire, he's able to escape with a lot of these units, and now he's just repairing them. He's just going to buy his time. He's just going to repair them. Looks like Death Sentence managed to get a few tanks around, but now Spectre does have his charged particle upgrade as well, so these Venoms in such large numbers are going to be able to pop things like tanks. Obviously they're not ideal, but if there's only a couple of tanks, you'll be fine. But these Pitbulls now moving back. Pitbulls aren't going to really cut it unless they get some crazy splash damage off. He is actually going for slingshots. Might require tungsten AA shell here, almost for certain. There's way too many Venoms here. They're starting to really dominate this the sky now. The Devastator warships have all fallen all the way back. They're like, screw this, we're not going anywhere near that. He does have 2 slingshots here. These guys don't really want to take on the slingshots, not necessary. Not necessary to take those on, and these disintegrator squads will find this one Redeemer. I think they might have been Rage, which is why they're actually moving forwards. But everything will be destroyed here, that's for certain. Nash has the ground covered and Spectre has the air covered. Finds the gap. There's actually no AA here. He doesn't pop the power, but that storm column not able to even lash out at these what do you call it, Venoms. The slingshots, they're good positioning behind the structure because they won't be able to get shot through, like the structure is blocking line of sight. Hexapod, trying to get a hexapod out. This is going to be the first hexapod I think we're going to see in this game. Devastator warships are trying to fire, but they're firing on armor, which is not the greatest thing at all. They need to start destroying some of those infantry squads and let the tripods do the work here. There's a lot of armor here. I don't think these guys are really going to be able to survive this fight right now. And we have the Venoms over there as well, trying to find a gap. They are being shot at. There's hammerheads here as well. And looks like the orcas come in and they will smash. He's actually got 8 orcas here now, and he's smashing the armor here from Nashington. He's putting them down. They need to destroy enough of these units so that OneVISION base can survive. The orcas are all out of ammunition. The Venoms are here. They will be able to pop some of those last units. They will try to give chase, but unfortunately there's a AA turret there. He does have a heroic Venom. Did he get a heroic Venom? I'm pretty sure, yeah, he does. He's got a heroic Venom. The hexapod is out, but there's only one tripod. The drone ship will fall. He can rebuild it. He's got a gravity stabilizer, but Nash is retreating. He has almost no forces left. He's got one tripod, one avatar, all very, very badly damaged. The Redeemer's in great health, but unfortunately, It doesn't really have a lot of DPS right now. It's only got its main primary weapon. A scan comes down. I'm not sure what for. He pretty much wasted that scan, or maybe he was looking for a spot to come in. He needs to watch out, though. He needs to watch out. These Venoms are here, and they're going to rush straight for the Orcas. He knows that he spreads straight back to his base. There's a few AA turrets here as well. There's slingshots, I believe. The slingshots get destroyed. One of them gets destroyed anyway. Won't be able to. Look at that. He's jumping forward. He's trying to destroy these guys here. They don't have enough AA. They've got like a line of AA, but it's back way too far. The hexapod doesn't have any garrisons at all, and he will be moving forward, and I think he should be able to get one or more of these avatars. He will be able to get it. He pours the rockets into those avatars there, gets another one. Will lose a few Orcas, but Orcas are somewhat expendable in these situations. They're only like predator tanks, basically. Obviously, you don't want to lose them on purpose, but you can lose a few here and there. That's fine. And once again, OneVISION, this is a really awkward position to engage. I haven't seen a lot of games on this map where they're just engaging in this type of area here. They're fighting like back to front or sideways, basically. But nonetheless, they will hold. So OneVISION and Death Sentence will survive. Look at that, force firing the Devastator warships there, because he doesn't want them to come down there. Beacon goes down over here as well. I think Nash, he's beaking this area. I think he wants to attack this area. He's like, hey, Spectre, let's go attack the bottom base, and then they can expand down here. Death is keeping the Tiberium under wraps right now. He's got a fair bit of Tiberium at his disposal here. Still producing slingshots. He does not have tungsten AA shell, and he doesn't even have a tech center. He is really out of it right now, isn't he? He has almost no forces at the moment. He is solely an air force right now. Does he even have AP ammo? Yeah, he does have AP ammo. Unfortunately, just lost one of his slingshots unnecessarily. He will pull back. He's only got a few hammerheads, and they will be completely destroyed once these Venoms rock up as well. He still has the heroic Venom, not able to destroy any of those guys, unfortunately. And he's got to watch out. There's only one disc mecha here. There's actually a second disc mecha. He needs to put them on whole ground stance, put them in a formation somewhere, just so they can cover him. Meanwhile, Nash is trying to attack this area here. The slingshots are trying to sneak through. He's like, hang on a second, I can just go help. I can provide OneVISION with some extra AA power. And what's he doing? Oh my god, I don't think they realized the Redeem was there. A Rage Gen will go off, and there's going to be a pretty big engagement here right now. The slingshots are chasing those guys around. The Orc is now pouring lead. They will destroy the Redeemer. Do they have hard points? I can't even see because I've removed the HUD. That was probably a bad idea. OneVISION's getting EMP blasted hard. All his Devastator warships will be destroyed. He can probably phase. He will do so. And then he'll be leaving this area here. I'd imagine he'd retreat straight away. But does he have hard points? Yes, he does have hard points. He has 8 Orcas. 1 Orca just got destroyed, so he's only got 7 now. A few more Venoms getting destroyed as well, getting a little bit too close to the AA now. Nash did lose his Redeemer, but he still has some armor down here as well. The infantry are relatively easy to take care of because he has these hammerheads. He can put towers behind his structures. The Orcas, of course, can destroy all the armor here. The Venoms are coming in, they're just like, screw this. We don't even need to worry about the AA. And look at this, Death is now sacrificing. He's got a heroic Orc. I think I just got blown up, but he was sacrificing a lot of Orcas then. Spectre could have destroyed a lot more if he actually used a waypoint attack there, but he moved backwards and forwards, and the guns on the Venoms take a little bit of time to rotate there, so unfortunately not getting enough damage. 4 or half the Orcas were basically destroyed, but Death still has 4 with hard points. And the hexapod is still alive, so OneVISION and Death Sentence hold on. Once again, Beacon down here, so it looks like Nash is thinking a bit more long term. Now that engagement's over, it's like, alright, cool, we got to check out our Tiberium fields. And Nash has noticed, hang on a second, there's a lot of Tiberium here. They don't need 2 refs each, they could each sell a refinery. And just for some quick cash, not necessarily have both there. Nash got a few structures he could sell off, maybe a few too many power plants. These AA turrets don't serve much of a purpose. Look at this, running engineers. Who is that? I can't even see. I think it's Spectre. I'm looking on the radar. You got to zoom right in. He's actually got a harvester going up here as well. I think that's on purpose. I think he's using it to scout. And the engineers with legs are actually faster than the buzzer. I think he's been spotted because that's why there was a draft there. I think he's been spotted, but the engineer is actually faster, so he's gonna be fine with that. And do we see Death Sentence and OneVISION starting to go on the offensive for the first time, actually garrisoning his hexapod, finally able to garrison that. So we have the harvester in there, and he's actually firing. This Devastator warship is actually destroying the or part of the warp sphere. Not able to destroy it. It's directly below it, so it's very, very difficult. Not sure where that engineer is gone, or whether he was actually killed. Not 100% sure. We'll have to keep an eye on that. And Rage Chain goes off, and that means, oh, both those slingshots. It might have been better to let them live, actually, because they probably could have destroyed Orcas. They only slightly damaged one of them. He's actually going to send them back for repairs and to reload. They pretty much only unloaded 1 missile each. But as we can see, you might want to power that Storm Column back up. The Rage Gen is finished, but he's not powering it back up. That's unfortunate there. He will power it back up now, but a little bit outside of range. Look at that, he's actually outranging that. That's intense. Double A's coming down here as well, and they will try to push this back, but yeah, there's no shards and there's no tungsten. I mean, you don't need them for Venoms, but the thing is that Spectre's going to continue to use this massive Venom ball, which is what he's doing, and they're going to need a bit more punch. I mean, they can do it like this, but I thought one of them would have done something. That's a really good Orca Strike, by the way. They've got a line of defenses, double A, anti-tank. There is some Devastator warships back here as well. Spectre's got his harvesters just chilling, I think just for scouts actually, because there's not enough Tiberium left on the map, or maybe he's just letting Nash get the what's left of it. But OneVISION could start thinking about the growth accelerators here. Hasn't got any down just yet, and Death Sentence is making a move. He's moving his MCV. And look at that, the repair drone's even repairing the MCV, so it's going to be full health MCV, free repairs as well. The Venoms are going to move back across. I'm pretty sure he's still got the Heroic one. He's got 2 Heroics, he's got 2 Elite as well. So look out for those. If he ends up with like half a dozen Heroic Venoms, that's going to be crazy. You can't supersonic airstrike them. They will actually survive a supersonic airstrike. What do we got down here? We have a Harvester. They found a Stealth Harvester, so I thought maybe Stealth Tanks. We haven't actually seen any Stealth Tanks in this game. Maybe because there's a bit too many Orcas from Death Sentence. Orcas are really good, of course, against Stealth Tanks, and you're like, oh, but Stealth Tanks can destroy Orcas very fast. I'm like, yeah, they can, but they overkill them. Stealth Tanks are way more expensive as well. And you can't just try to trade Stealth Tanks for you really need to kill like an absolute butt ton of them per Stealth Tank, and it doesn't work out that good. People try to do it if you're economically ahead, and you can try to smash it, but it's still difficult. The GDI AA turret, even against these Venoms, hardly doing anything. And look at this, we have artillery pieces coming out now from the Nod factions there. At this point, it's like, hang on a second, we're going to need some artillery. They're base pushing us. You know, we haven't been able to crack them, and now, I mean, look at this base wall. This baseline defense is moving forward. It's closer and closer and closer. The Venoms are here. They're going to try to dart in. He might want to move these guys back a little bit. They're too far forward. He's going to lose one. He's going to lose two. He's going to lose the third one. Look at that. That's all Spectre needed. He barely lost any Venoms as well because the defense line was way too far back. The construction yard took a bit of a hit as well. He has got the Orcas on the right side. The Venoms are on the wrong side, so the Orcas could have capitalized a little bit more there, unfortunately, but now Spectre's realized that he's trying to get around the AA shard launches is done though, so OneVISION has got the idea here, putting down those plasma missile batteries. Very, very, very powerful. A few pitbulls coming around. They will be destroying these undefended harvesters, so nice counterattack there from Death Sentence. But their push is getting thwarted because they have Spectre artillery here. Longest range in the game. Nashington has 5 of these bad boys, and they are completely able to outrange everything that is here. He looks like he's trying to build engineers to keep this alive. He might want to fence that. He will fence it now, but meanwhile the Venom's actually coming. He had another heroic Venom. He's got 1, 2, 3 heroic Venoms. Oh my god, that's intense. Those pitbulls are history. The Orcas come in. They will smash those 2 that get too far forward. He needs an engineer. He needs it now. He's going to lose his MCV. If the MCV goes down, this push is over. The MCV is down. The MCV is down. And Nash holding firm. Didn't look like he was going to crack then. It would look like a very dangerous push, but Nash holds hard. He holds firm. Not sure where the Orcas are. I believe they may be gaining some repairs, and Rage Gen will go off. This means he cannot phase his hexapod. He will be waiting for that to wear off. He needs to phase or teleport now. He's got 1 or 2 options. He doesn't. Oh, Vision! Vision nub! Vision is nub! Oh my god, he's just wasted his phase field, and he quits. He rage quits the game. Death Sentence is now fighting solo. So that's what you get when you play with OneVISION. Oh my god. And now Death Sentence, poor Death Sentence. I mean, the game's not over by any means necessary, but now Death Sentence has to fight it solo. He doesn't want to fight it solo, so he throws it in. Yeah, but Vision didn't have to quit in that game there. They still had some forces, and when he quit, Death is like, well, I could fight, but I don't want to. So 27:52, so almost 28 minutes. Look at Spectre's economy there. That really showed Spectre. And the whole game as well, he just seemed to be lacking in any type of economy, and he just didn't have a lot of units. I mean, the last like 20 minutes of the game was just flying around with Venoms. That's all he did. He didn't really have anything else. And he never built a Redeemer. He just bite-buggied and then went into Venoms. And, I mean, that's what Nash needed. Having those Venoms flying around was great for Nash because he didn't have to worry about enemy aircraft. He didn't have to build his own AA. He could just control the ground, and that's what he did. He controlled the ground, Spectre controlled the air, and he protected him. Venoms are really good in the late game, by the way, especially those supercharged ones. When you have a big bunch of them, they can respond to small threats and things like that. They can clear aircraft, they can clear infantry. They're just great to have around. They're not a very good mid-early game unit or anything like that, or depending on the faction you're playing, they can be good, but most of the time they excel in the later game, which is kind of weird because they're a tier 2 unit. But nonetheless, Vision and Death played, I mean, everyone played good in that game. Everyone played pretty good, and that was a really good game. So definitely props to Nashington for sending that one to me. For a while there, I didn't think he was actually going to win. So 410,000 to 431,000. So looks like OneVISION and Death Sentence got more money. They simply got more money. Nash got the most at 264. Vision got 221. Spectre got 145. He was so far behind. And Death got 209. So that was a good game. Hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Green Zero. Stay tuned to my channel, and I'll bring you some more Kane's Wrath video commentary as soon as possible.